Speaking of fumbles, might as well start with McBride from UAB because that is really the biggest bugaboo that I could see. He's got a fumbling issue, and I know at the level of competition he's in people are gonna be like, okay, how good actually is he? That's the only thing. And again, what is his 40 time? But he just does seem like he just seems like a man amongst boys
Yeah.
at Conference USA football.
The number one word I have under him is bruiser. He's a guy that wears down defense, or he's a guy that in the second half you just don't feel like tackling him anymore because not only is he big and strong, he runs with desire, and you can tell he wants to.
Yes.
He doesn't want to run around you. He wants to run through you.
Yes.
He knows that at the end of the game, right, that's going to go in his favor. He's going to cross the goal line because of how much damage he's done to you. The fumbles, though, like I said, there's such an issue, right, with him right now.
And he's not a good receiver either.
Right. So, those are things that have got to be cleaned up. Will he come out this year? I think running backs are always advised by anyone with credibility that, hey, if you're going to get drafted anywhere in the top 5 rounds, you got to come out. And I would think that, if the draft were tomorrow, he's going to be in the top 5 rounds. So you could make a strong case that he will come out. Will it hurt him that he doesn't have much of a receiving skill set to look back on, that he's fumbled the ball 8 times in 2 years? We just talked about Ibrahim's 3 fumbles and 770 career touches. This kid's got 8 in pretty much half as many. Yes. So, but again, all it takes is one coach to look at a situation like that and say, hey, I can fix his ball handling mechanics, where he, holding it, where in terms of where they hold it, how they hold it. And I think that just like Charbonneau that we talked about earlier, he's a guy that you trust in short yardage situations. And that's a problem for a lot of offenses, that third down offense and getting those converting those third and shorts, fourth and shorts.
Touchdowns.
And touchdowns near the goal line. So,
you're looking at definitely a day 3 guy, though, right?
For sure. I think that you're looking probably around the 150th pick range, which is probably around the 5th round. That's where I would initially start to look at him, unless he comes out and blows it up in workouts. Like we said, that will add some value to him.
And the 40 time is definitely going to be important.
Yes.
Because if he runs a slow 40, he may not even be drafted at all. So
absolutely. Yep.
Which again, how many times do we see running backs in the NFL that are day 3 or free agents that actually perform well at the next level?
Absolutely.